Forgotten snacks, a journey through time. Have you ever wished you could open your cupboard and find those snacks from your childhood? The ones that vanished without a trace? Well, meow. Okay, are you ready to take a delicious trip back in time? Let's rewind the clock and rediscover the treats that once ruled our kitchens, brightened our lunch boxes, and made every bite feel like magic. Some have disappeared, others have made a comeback, but all of them hold a sweet spot in our memories. So grab a seat and let's begin our nostalgic journey through the history of America's forgotten favorites. Hydrox Cookies, the original before the Oreo. Before Oreo became a household name, there was Hydrox. Introduced in 1908, these chocolate sandwich cookies came first, featuring an elegant embossed design and a satisfying crunch. Between the crisp cocoa wafers sat a creamy filling that generations adored. But as Oreo's marketing took over, Hydrox slowly lost its spotlight. By 1999, the once beloved brand disappeared from shelves, leaving only a faint trace of that rich cocoa aroma in memory. Today, Hydrox stands as a symbol of tradition and the bittersweet taste of nostalgia, a reminder of the snack that started it all. Jell-O Pudding Pops, the frozen treat that melted away. If you grew up in the 70s or 80s, you probably remember the joy of pulling a Jell-O pudding pop out of the freezer. Creamy, cold, and bursting with flavor, chocolate, vanilla, butterscotch, they were every kid's summertime dream. Their playful packaging and silky smooth texture made them irresistible. But by the early 2000s, these frozen delights quietly vanished, leaving fans wondering why. The reasons remain fuzzy, maybe changing tastes, maybe competition, but the memory of those frosty pops still brings a smile to anyone who ever held one on a hot summer day. Crystal Pepsi, the soda that looked into the future. In the early 1990s, Pepsi tried something bold, Crystal Pepsi. A clear cola, free of color, marketed as pure, clean, and futuristic. Its crisp taste and transparent look symbolized innovation, a soft drink ahead of its time. Yet, despite the hype and the flashy ads, Crystal Pepsi's life on the shelves was short. Still, its memory refuses to fade. Collectors, fans, and 90s kids remember it as a shining emblem of innovation, a time when even a soda dared to be different. Space food sticks, snacks from the stars. During the 1960s, as humanity looked to the heavens, a snack was born to match that ambition, space food sticks. Inspired by NASA's space missions, these chewy chocolate-coated sticks were packed with vitamins, protein, and futuristic appeal. They promised energy fit for astronauts, and were soon sold to Earthlings eager for a taste of space-age nutrition. But like many cosmic dreams, their time was brief. Still, space food sticks left behind a legacy of wonder, a reminder of an era when even snacks were designed to reach the stars. Creaming yellow Zonkers, popcorn with personality. The 1960s gave us many bold things, and one of them was screaming yellow Zonkers. Bright, loud, and full of attitude, these golden popcorn nuggets were coated with a sweet, buttery glaze and packaged in psychedelic boxes bursting with humor. They were fun, flavorful, and impossible to forget. But as new snack trends emerged, Zonkers slowly faded from shelves. Today, they remain a cherished memory of groovy packaging, wild creativity, and carefree snacking at its best. Dessert magic in a glass. Imagine pouring one liquid into a glass and watching it transform into 3 perfect layers: a mousse, a creamy middle, and a gelatin base. That was Jello 1-2-3, the 1970s dessert that turned kitchens into science labs. It was colorful, fun, and a little bit magical. But by the late 80s, it vanished, replaced by simpler desserts. Still, those who ever watched it set in the fridge remember that sense of wonder, the kind only childhood and Jello could create. Durkee potato sticks, crunch in a can. There was something special about opening that round cardboard canister of Durkee potato sticks. Thin, crispy, and perfectly salted, they were the definition of simple pleasure. From picnics to school lunches, they were a crunchy companion for decades. But as healthier snacks entered the market, these salty sticks slowly disappeared. Yet for many, the memory of peeling off that metal lid and grabbing a handful of golden sticks remains a delicious echo of simpler times. Muggo lunch, the meal in a mug. In the microwave-crazy 1980s, Betty Crocker's Muggo lunch arrived as the perfect quick meal. Just add water, heat it in a mug, and lunch was served. It fit perfectly into the fast-paced lifestyles of the era. But as the novelty wore off and competition increased, Muggo lunch quietly disappeared by the decade's end. It's a forgotten chapter in the story of convenience food, one that reminds us just how creative and experimental the 80s really were. Pizza spins, wheels of flavor. Before pizza-flavored chips became mainstream, there were asterisk pizza spins. Launched in 1968, these wheel-shaped snacks captured the flavor of pizza in every crunchy bite. They were tangy, savory, and just plain fun to eat, a favorite among kids and snack lovers alike. Sadly, they couldn't survive the growing competition of the 1970s snack boom. But even now, many still remember that zesty flavor and the joy of snacking on mini pizzas that fit right in your hand. Charles Chips, the fancy way to snack. Back in the 1940s, Charles Chips wasn't just a brand, it was an experience. Delivered straight to your doorstep in iconic golden tins, these kettle-cooked potato chips defined premium snacking. They were fresh, crispy, and beautifully packaged, the kind of indulgence that made people slow down and savor every bite. But as modern brands rose and home deliveries changed, Charles Chips lost its footing. Still, those tins, and the taste inside, live on as symbols of simpler times and superior crunch. Ding dongs, the snack that came back. Few snacks have had a comeback story as sweet as ding dongs. Introduced by Hostess in 1967, these chocolate-covered cakes with creamy vanilla filling became an instant hit. When Hostess filed for bankruptcy in 2012, fans feared the worst. But by 2013, Ding Dongs returned under new ownership, stronger than ever. It was proof that true classics never die. They just take a short nap before coming back to delight another generation. Tang, the astronaut's drink. Finally, who could forget Tang, the powdered orange drink that claimed the stars? Created in the 1950s and rocketed to fame during NASA's space missions, Tang wasn't just a beverage, it was a cultural icon. Its bright orange color, zesty taste, and space-age reputation made it a household staple for decades. Though its popularity eventually faded, Tang remains a symbol of an optimistic era when even a simple drink could represent innovation, adventure, and exploration. In conclusion, from Hydrox Cookies and Jell-O Pudding Pops to Tang and Ding Dongs, every snack we've revisited carries more than just flavor, it carries a memory. These forgotten treats tell the story of changing times, evolving tastes, and the creativity that once filled America's pantries. Some vanished quietly, others are being rediscovered, but all of them remind us of one thing. Food isn't just something we eat. It's something we feel. A piece of our past that lingers long after the last bite. Thank you for joining us on this nostalgic journey through time. Don't forget to like, subscribe, and ring the bell for more delicious stories from the past. Until next time, take care, and keep the memories sweet.